Hello and welcome back to English for Life. I'm David, and joining me in the studio today is the brilliant Sarah.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be back. Today, we're diving into one of the most practical and essential real-life scenarios for English learners, ordering food at a restaurant.
This topic is crucial. It's not just about getting the food you want, it's about understanding the culture, the subtle language cues, and the common etiquette. Our main focus is on mastering dining etiquette and food vocabulary.
Exactly. Let's start right at the beginning, the moment you are seated. Once the waiter or hostess hands you the menu, take a moment to look it over. Don't rush.
Often, the menu can be overwhelming. Before you call the waiter, there are some great phrases you can use to prepare yourself. For instance, if you are dining with a group, does anyone have a dietary restriction? What sounds good on the appetizer list?
Excellent point. Knowing the sections of the menu is vital. Most menus are structured similarly: appetizers or starters, main courses or entrees, sides, and desserts.
Let's focus on those first two. Appetizers are small dishes intended to stimulate the appetite, like soup, salad, or bread. Main courses are the large primary dishes.
And pay attention to the waiter when they greet you. They often announce the specials or soup of the day. If they don't and you're interested, you should ask, "Could you tell us what today's specials are?"
If you need a recommendation, don't hesitate to ask for the waiter's opinion, but be specific. What dish is the most popular here? Do you recommend the steak or the salmon tonight?
Now, let's talk about being ready to order. If the waiter approaches and you need more time, a polite refusal is key. Avoid just saying no.
Instead, use politeness markers. Use modal verbs like could or may. Are you ready to order? Not quite, thank you. Could you give us a few more minutes, please?
That's perfect. Once you are ready, the way you signal the waiter is important. Never wave your arms wildly or click your fingers.
No, definitely not. Simply making eye contact and raising your hand slightly is usually enough. When they approach, just say, "Excuse me, we are ready to place our order."
Being polite and clear from the start sets a good tone for the rest of your dining experience. In the next part, we will focus on the actual language used for placing the order and handling customization.
Short transition music. Welcome back to English for Life. We've called the waiter over, and now it's time to commit. Sarah, what are the most natural and polite ways to state what you want?
The core structure should be "I'll have" or "I would like." The phrase "I want" is too demanding for this context.
Let's role-play a simple order. I am ordering the French onion soup and the chicken carbonara. For my starter, I'll have the French onion soup, please. And for the main course, I would like the chicken carbonara.
Excellent use of "I'll have" and "I would like." Notice how David broke it down: starter first, then main course. This makes it easy for the waiter to note down.
Sometimes you'll need to specify preparation, especially for meat. The most common example is steak. The waiter will almost certainly ask, "How would you like that cooked?"
You must know the standard terms here. Let's list them quickly.
It's vital to use these terms accurately. Saying, "I want it cooked a lot" is ambiguous. "I'd like it medium rare" is professional.
Now for the tricky part: modifications and special requests. This is where your vocabulary is tested, especially for allergies or preferences.
Let's look at requests for substitutions. This means swapping one side dish for another. Could I substitute the mashed potatoes for the side salad? Is it possible to swap the rice for an extra portion of vegetables?
For allergies, you must be very clear and assertive. This is not about being picky, it's about safety. I have a severe shellfish allergy. Can you guarantee there is no cross-contamination in the kitchen? Does this dish contain any gluten or nuts?
If you want something omitted or added, use specific phrases. Could I have the burger without onions, please? Please ensure the dressing is served on the side.
Once the order is given, the waiter will usually repeat it back to ensure accuracy. Listen very carefully. So that's the French onion soup and the tuna steak, medium rare. Actually, I ordered the chicken carbonara, not the tuna steak. Thanks for checking.
Correcting a mistake politely is much better than having the wrong food arrive later. It saves time and hassle for everyone. Don't forget the drinks. You can often order a drink straight away. I'll start with a sparkling water and a glass of the house Merlot.
Perfect. Once the order is confirmed, the waiting begins. In part 3, we'll discuss how to manage the meal itself and how to address any issues that may arise.
Welcome back to part 3 of English for Life. Your food has been delivered and the waiter has likely said, "Enjoy your meal."
It's important to know how to respond when the waiter comes back to check in, usually a few minutes after the food arrives. They might ask, "How was everything tasting? Is everything all right with your meal?" Standard check-in phrases.
If the food is fantastic, be generous with your praise. Use strong, positive adjectives. Everything is delicious, thank you. This steak is perfectly cooked. The flavor is fantastic.
And if you need something extra, this is the perfect time to ask, as the waiter is already at the table. "Everything is great, but could we get some extra napkins? Could I have another glass of water, please?"
Now for the critical part, addressing problems. As we stressed, always be polite, even when you have a complaint. Start with a calm tone and a polite introductory phrase.
Let's look at a few common scenarios. Wrong order. "Excuse me, I'm afraid this is not what I ordered. I requested the vegetarian pasta, but this has chicken."
Temperature issue. Pardon me, my soup seems to be cold. Could you please send it back to be heated?
Preparation error. "I asked for my burger to be medium well, but it appears to be quite rare."
Notice the use of softening phrases like "I'm afraid," "pardon me," and "it appears to be." These make the complaint sound less confrontational. The waiter will typically apologize and offer a solution. I'm so sorry. I'll get the kitchen to make you a fresh one right away.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Excuse me, I just wanted to quietly point out that there seems to be a small piece of plastic in my salad.
The waiter will usually take the plate immediately and ensure that you are not charged for that item.
Throughout the meal, you might need to call the waiter over for other reasons, like ordering another drink or getting another side dish. Excuse me, could we order a side of French fries, please?
Remember, your goal is a pleasant dining experience. Clear, polite, and respectful communication guarantees that the staff will be happy to help you resolve any issues quickly. Once the plates are cleared, we move to the final act, payment.
Short transition music. Part 4. Asking for the bill, paying, and the delicate subject of tipping.
Transition music fades out. Welcome to the final part of our lesson, concluding the meal, which involves asking for the bill, paying, and the delicate subject of tipping.
Once the main plates have been cleared and you are ready to leave, you need to ask for the bill. In North America, the term check is often used. In the UK and other parts of the world, bill is standard.
The most common phrases are, "Excuse me, could we have the bill, please?" More formal, universally acceptable. "Check, please." More informal, American. Quick.
You might also hear the waiter ask if you'd like coffee or dessert before bringing the bill. If you decline, you can say, "No, thank you. We're fine. Just the bill, please."
Now, let's address the payment itself. This is where you might need to ask to split the bill. We would like to pay separately, please. Are you able to split the bill for 4 people?
The waiter will then ask how you wish to pay. How will you be paying today?
Your options are, I'll pay with my credit card. I'm paying with cash.
If paying with cash and you need change back from a large note, you can specify, "I'm paying with a $50 note. Could you bring back the change, please?"
If you are paying by card, you may be asked, would you like to add a gratuity or would you like to leave a tip?
This brings us to tipping etiquette. In countries like the US and Canada, tipping is a standard part of the dining culture, typically 15 to 20% of the bill total for good service. If a service charge is already included, you generally don't need to tip extra, but you must check the bill for the phrase "service charge included."
Tipping is how you show appreciation for the service. If the service was excellent, you might say to the waiter, thank you so much. The service was exceptional.
Finally, leaving the restaurant. It's polite to acknowledge the staff one last time. "Thank you. We had a lovely dinner." To quickly recap the entire dining experience, remember these key communication pillars. 1. Politeness. Use please, thank you, and modal verbs like could and may. 2. Clarity. Be specific about your order and any modifications. 3. Assertion. Calmly. Address problems clearly but without anger.